it's that time of year again in which I talk about the Bishop's Appeal for Ministries, and I'm grateful to your pastor and the staff of your parish for allowing me to share some time with you today. Our readings today certainly challenge us, for they challenge us to live lives fully as the life of a Christian disciple. From the very beginning of our first reading from the prophet Isaiah, we hear, "Thus says the Lord, share your bread with the hungry, shelter the oppressed and the homeless, clothe the naked when you see them, and do not turn your back on your own." I do believe that it is very clear what the Lord is asking us to do as followers. But just in case we missed it, the Church in her wisdom gives us additional readings today to reinforce this life-giving message. In the Gospel of St. Matthew, we are reminded of the words of Jesus Christ. "You are the light of the world. A city set on a mountain cannot be hidden. Your light must shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." This weekend is a special time with our local church here in Tennessee. Today we come together as a Catholic community in every parish of the diocese to celebrate the ministries of our church right here in East Tennessee through participation in the annual Bishop's Appeal for Ministries. Sometimes I'm asked why we talk about the Bishop's Appeal for Ministries during Mass, and I believe today's readings answer that question in the most beautiful way. You see, during Mass, we prepare ourselves to celebrate the Eucharist. We recognize the real presence of Jesus Christ here with us today in this blessed sacrament. The Eucharist and ministry go hand in hand. He feeds us in preparation to do His work in the world. What a marvelous gift it is to receive the Eucharist, to know that Jesus Christ is here in our midst, today and every day, that He deeply wants to nourish us with His body and blood. And so why does He feed us? So that we are strengthened to share in His mission and to build up the kingdom through our participation in the ministries and in the work of the church. It can be easy to only see ourselves as one parish, and rightly so, because as a parish community, you all do so much together day in and day out. Yet, together as Catholics, we are also a part of a larger community of faith through our diocese in East Tennessee. Joining with all the parishes in our diocese, we stretch out across 36 counties, from larger cities to small rural areas. Together we are one church, working to serve each other. To take it back to today's gospel reading, we bring the light of Jesus Christ to all that we meet. Because the church is the presence of Christ dwelling in the world, and because I speak to you today about the Bishop's Appeal for Ministries, we are invited to complete our pledge cards together in community to help advance the kingdom through our love and support. I have immense gratitude for all the ministries of the church, for I'm able to witness it as I travel throughout the diocese. Through the Bishop's Appeal for Ministries, people are served in every deanery, in small and large parishes, in our Catholic schools, in our diocesan ministries, and through you and the many gifts that you bring to God's people each and every day. Ministries such as St. Mary's Legacy Clinic, that which I am so proud of. The ministry includes volunteer doctors and nurses, as well as our wonderful Sisters of Mercy of Alma, Michigan. First introduced in 2013, since that time, the mobile medical clinic has made nearly 500 weekly visits to Crab Orchard, to Washburn, to Rutledge, to Decatur, to Athens, to Gatlinburg, Knox County, and most recently in Hellenwood, Tennessee. The patients receive quality health care in a faith-based environment to those who do not have insurance. 13 men from our diocese are currently in seminary studying for the priesthood. This year, God willing, 3 young men will be ordained to the priesthood. Deacons Joseph Austin, Neil Blanchford, and Andrew Crabtree. Just last summer, several of our seminarians came back home during June and July to serve in parishes throughout East Tennessee and to obtain a view of what the life of a parish priest is all about. Others participated in language immersion classes to ensure that our future priests can effectively communicate and to serve all the faithful of East Tennessee. And so again, your support helps to make their priesthood possible. The vital work of Catholic Charities of East Tennessee is essential to our church. Catholic Charities has expanded their ministry to include adoption services, a great blessing to those who wish to adopt a child to grow their family. This is also a blessing to expectant mothers who are considering placing a child for adoption, for it is a beautiful way to say yes to life and support moms as an extension of the work of Catholic Charities Pregnancy Help Centers. The Ministry of Christian Formation serves us well, supporting faith formation teachers with resources and guidance as they prepare the next generation of Catholic Christians that strengthens their love of Jesus Christ, and uplifting our young adults in college by offering Catholic centers and focused missionaries at the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga, ETSU in Johnson City, and UT in Knoxville. In June, I was honored to ordain and welcome an additional 24 men as permanent deacons of our church. This was the Diocese's third such class since the first class was ordained in 2007. It was a spectacular sight to see the church filled with those who love and support our new deacons, as the ordination mass can best be described as standing room only on the day of that ordination. After 5 years of study, these men have been assigned as permanent deacons throughout parishes in East Tennessee, serving you, the faithful, each and every day. I could go on and on about the ministries of the church because they truly offer so much good to each of us. And so during this commitment weekend, which is so vital, we will conduct the pledging process in Mass. And we're also offering a few additional ways to make a commitment, ways that are safe and easy. The ability to make a gift online, to set up a reoccurring gift, of which I do, over time to sustain the work of the Bishop's Appeal for Ministries month after month, and the ability to text to give as well. Thank you for your continued support and for joining with me in making a gift today. So many people depend on programs supported by the Bishop's Appeal for Ministries. I ask that you now turn your attention to your pastor or the priest or deacon who now stands before you, who will guide you through this pledging process. May we all continue the good work of Jesus Christ that has begun in us as we are now nourished by His body and blood through the most holy Eucharist. God bless you, and thanks be to God.